The Denver Broncos recently revealed something that's been quietly building within the San Francisco 49ers organization. A new spark plug that's breathing fresh life into their defense. That spark plug is none other than Upton Stout, a rookie, who's not just making waves, he's creating a storm. Watching him play is an experience in itself, something that compels you to rewind and watch again, marveling at his instincts, his technique, and his sheer athleticism. Take, for example, that clip where Stout executes an absolutely stunning interception. His coverage is sticky, relentless, and precise. 3 quick steps reading the quarterback's eyes, and then a one-handed grab that looks almost effortless. It's the kind of play that gets fans on their feet and pundits nodding in approval. Upton Stout's rise has been nothing short of spectacular. You don't have to be a die-hard 49ers fan to notice that this young cornerback is blowing past expectations and establishing a name for himself in the league. The comparisons are inevitable, and the best one so far has been to Dominic Pun, a player who only got his chance due to injuries in the roster, but ended up carving out a respectable role. However, what sets Upton apart is the fact that he's not a player who simply slipped into the spotlight by circumstance. He's earned his place with every rep, every practice, every snap on the field. This isn't luck. This is preparation meeting opportunity, combined with a fierce work ethic and natural talent. Fred Warner, the leader and heart of the 49ers. Defense recently spoke about what makes Stout so special. Warner's praise isn't just about the physical gifts. It's about mindset. According to him, Stout is exactly the kind of player coaches dream of. The one who doesn't need constant instructions or motivation from others because he already gets it. He shows up every single day ready to contribute and learn, demonstrating a maturity and intensity rare for a rookie. This kind of mindset is invaluable for a team trying to build a dominant defense, especially one that's facing the challenge of integrating new faces and new schemes. Warner's words hint at the enormous potential Stout has, suggesting that his ceiling could be limitless if he continues on this trajectory. The excitement around Stout isn't limited to Warner. Players like Matt Mayoko and Jennifer Leach-Chan have also noted the enthusiasm that surrounds him. It's not just his ability to make plays, but the energy he brings to the team. Watching teammates light up when his name comes up is telling. It speaks to his role as more than just a player. He's an energy source, a catalyst who ignites intensity on the field and in the locker room. That kind of presence can change the culture of a defense, inspiring everyone around him to elevate their game. When you think about the 49ers defense in recent years, the comparison to K'Waun Williams is inevitable. Williams, a beloved figure in San Francisco, epitomized the kind of lockdown corner the team thrived on. A specialist who excelled at one position and gave consistent, reliable performances. The 49ers historically haven't wanted to rely on jack-of-all-trades players who switch between nickel, outside corner, and other roles because it introduces risk. While versatile players like Deommodore Lenoir have shown they can fill multiple spots competently, it's not the ideal scenario. A true lockdown corner like Stout allows the team to trust that position and focus resources elsewhere. That stability is priceless, especially in today's NFL, where passing offenses are more sophisticated and dangerous than ever. While Upton Stout grabs headlines, there's another rookie worth spotlighting, Alfred Collins. His journey has been more complex. Starting camp behind due to injury and contract issues, Collins has proven that late starts don't mean limited upside. The second-round draft pick is making daily progress, much to the delight of coaches and fans. His ability to impact the passing lanes and disrupt opponents' rhythm is increasingly apparent. We even saw moments where he directly influenced the quarterback's decisions, forcing mistakes or hurried plays, which is exactly what you want from a defensive end. Fred Warner also had encouraging words about the group of rookies stepping up this year, acknowledging the unique challenges the defense faces with so many new faces. He emphasized the importance of daily improvement, the idea that this defense is a work in progress that will only get stronger as the season unfolds. Warner's cautious optimism reflects a deep understanding that building a championship level defense isn't about overnight success, but about grinding through every practice, every rep, every game. That mindset is vital for a team balancing talent influx with injury concerns and evolving schemes. Speaking of injuries, The 49ers have had their share, especially in the running back room. Christian McCaffrey remains the centerpiece of the offense, a game changer who can break defenses wide open with his dynamic running and catching abilities. Brock Purdy and the coaching staff understand just how crucial McCaffrey is to their success, though questions have been raised about whether the team is too reliant on him. The truth is nuanced. Every NFL team has key players they depend on heavily. The Ravens have Derrick Henry, the Bills lean on Josh Allen, and the 49ers lean on McCaffrey. The difference is the fragile nature of McCaffrey's health and the lack of depth behind him. Injuries to backups like Israel Abanikanda and Jordan James exacerbate the pressure on McCaffrey to stay healthy and perform. Yet, even with these concerns, the 49ers offense showed signs of growth during the joint practice with the Broncos. Brock Purdy, despite early struggles and interceptions, displayed resilience. He managed to shake off mistakes and lead the offense down the field, connecting well with receivers like Ricky Pearsall. Christian McCaffrey's ability to get going in those drills and simulated game situations brought an encouraging spark. When McCaffrey is on the field and healthy, defenses have to account for him, opening up opportunities for others. That dynamic makes the offense dangerous and multifaceted. Joint practices, like the one with the Broncos, offer a unique chance for the 49ers to face an elite defense without the risk or unpredictability of preseason games. The Broncos' defense ranks among the league's best, boasting a top 5 defensive line and secondary, plus adding linebacker Dre Greenlaw, a former 49ers player with a strong pedigree. Facing this kind of opposition in training camp is invaluable preparation. It challenges the offense and defense in ways that usual practice sessions can't, forcing players to adapt, improve, and compete at a high level. Jordan Watkins also deserves praise for his continued development. Despite the risk associated with fantasy football overestimating his role, Watkins has steadily carved out opportunities through consistent work and seizing chances. Kyle Shanahan's system often limits wide receiver targets to specific packages or matchups, so patience and persistence are key. But Watkins is proving he can rise to the occasion when called upon, which bodes well for his future with the team. Defensively, Nick Bosa remains a dominant force, showing no signs of slowing down even against the Broncos' top-tier offensive line. His ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt plays is essential to the 49ers' defensive identity. Alongside him, players like M. Jones are sharpening their skills, contributing to the team's overall defensive strength. Injuries remain a concern, of course. Michael Williams recently suffered a knee scare, but early reports suggest it's not serious. The 49ers will monitor him closely, but the initial outlook is positive, which is a relief for the team's depth and rotation. As these rookies and veterans mesh, the 49ers are focusing on daily improvements, building chemistry, and addressing weaknesses. The goal is clear. Create a championship caliber team that's ready not just for the regular season, but for the relentless grind of the NFL playoffs. Every practice rep, every correction, every touchdown, and every interception counts in this process. Watching players like Upton Stout and Alfred Collins emerge reminds fans and analysts alike that this team's future is bright, full of potential, and fueled by the energy of young athletes hungry to prove themselves. As the season approaches, excitement grows around how these new stars will integrate with established leaders like Fred Warner and Christian McCaffrey to take the 49ers back to the pinnacle of the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers offense is a fascinating study in balance and adaptation, blending an innovative scheme with the raw talent of its players. At the heart of this system is head coach Kyle Shanahan, a mind renowned for his creativity and ability to tailor offenses to the strengths of his personnel. Shanahan's offense is a complex puzzle built on misdirection, timing routes, and a dynamic running game designed to exploit defensive weaknesses. His approach demands precise execution and a deep understanding of his playbook, which often challenges young quarterbacks and receivers to elevate their game mentally and physically. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Christian McCaffrey, the San Francisco 49ers superstar running back and one of the most electrifying players in the NFL, has unexpectedly become the center of a growing storm that could shake the foundations of the team's locker room. According to reports emerging from the team's training facility, McCaffrey allegedly engaged in behavior during practice sessions that some within the organization are calling completely unacceptable. While details remain murky, several sources close to the team have hinted at a serious altercation involving McCaffrey and another teammate, raising eyebrows among coaching staff and front office executives alike. The incident reportedly escalated beyond the usual competitive tension seen in high-stakes NFL practices, with McCaffrey allegedly using offensive language that deeply upset the player involved. These actions have ignited an internal debate within the franchise, with some insiders calling for immediate intervention from upper management to prevent the situation from spiraling further. While the team has not released an official statement, whispers from within suggest that the front office is already considering disciplinary measures and possibly mandatory conflict resolution sessions. If true, this revelation could not only tarnish McCaffrey's pristine reputation, but also threaten the team's cohesion ahead of a highly anticipated season. The silence from both parties only deepens the mystery. Tensions appear to be rising behind the scenes in Santa Clara, where insiders describe a 49ers organization quietly scrambling to contain the fallout. While the name of the player allegedly targeted by McCaffrey remains undisclosed, several team sources hint at a rising defensive talent who has quickly earned the respect of the locker room. This only adds another layer to the controversy, suggesting that McCaffrey's actions may not have been directed at a fringe player, but someone central to the team's long-term plans. One anonymous source described the interaction as personal, aggressive, and shocking, further hinting that the rift may run deeper than initially reported. Within the NFL world, these types of training camp clashes are not unheard of, but the intensity and alleged nature of McCaffrey's conduct have prompted internal discussions about accountability and leadership. Some within the franchise worry that this episode could signal deeper issues of unchecked ego and growing friction among the team's biggest stars. It's believed that the front office will soon meet with both players involved to mediate the conflict before it impacts morale. Fans and analysts alike are left wondering whether this incident is an isolated outburst or a sign of a locker room quietly unraveling under pressure. Adding intrigue to the situation is the fact that Christian McCaffrey has always maintained a public image of discipline, professionalism, and team-first mentality. For such a player to be caught in the middle of controversy is both surprising and unsettling. Those familiar with McCaffrey's personality suggest that if these reports are accurate, something behind the scenes must have pushed him to the edge. Was it internal competition, personal frustration, or an ongoing dispute boiling over? Theories abound, and as more whispers leak out of the 49ers training camp, speculation continues to grow. Some believe this could be related to McCaffrey's strong desire to assert leadership in a locker room filled with new voices and rising stars, particularly as younger players look to carve out their own space within the team hierarchy. If this is true, then the incident could be a symptom of deeper power dynamics playing out within the franchise. What makes this rumor even more compelling is the absolute silence from McCaffrey himself, which has only added fuel to the fire. His decision to avoid addressing the incident publicly has left fans puzzled and even a bit disillusioned. It's possible that his silence is strategic, or perhaps the situation is worse than anyone realizes. Behind closed doors, the 49ers leadership is believed to be actively assessing the potential long-term damage this conflict could inflict on team chemistry. With expectations sky high for the upcoming season, the last thing San Francisco needs is internal drama threatening to derail their Super Bowl aspirations. General Manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan are reportedly treating the matter with utmost seriousness, holding several private meetings this week to evaluate possible disciplinary actions and outline strategies for conflict resolution. Sources say some team veterans have already been consulted, including key locker room leaders, in an effort to gauge the sentiment within the squad. If McCaffrey is found to have seriously crossed the line, it's possible he could face suspension or mandatory behavioral training, a stunning consequence for a player often held up as a model professional. What's also becoming clear is that this episode has sparked unease among players, with whispers of frustration and even betrayal circulating throughout the locker room. For a team built on unity, resilience, and shared goals, such cracks in trust can become deeply problematic. While the full story remains cloaked in secrecy, the perception of unrest may be enough to unsettle even the most dedicated fans heading into a crucial season. In the coming days, all eyes will be on the 49ers organization to see how they choose to handle what is quickly becoming one of the most unexpected controversies of the offseason. Christian McCaffrey's reputation, long burnished by years of consistent excellence and quiet leadership, now faces a significant challenge. If the rumors are true, the incident could mark a pivotal moment in his career, either as a wake-up call or the beginning of a slow unraveling. For the team, the stakes are just as high. Management must walk a fine line between holding players accountable and maintaining locker room stability. They face the delicate task of addressing the incident without creating an even larger distraction. As speculation continues to swirl, fans are left to interpret cryptic social media posts, vague press comments, and body language on the sidelines for clues. Some believe this is simply a bump in the road for a high-performing team under pressure. Others see it as the first indication of deeper divisions that could jeopardize the 49ers season. Until an official statement is made or one of the players involved speaks out, the speculation will only continue to grow, leaving the franchise and its fan base in a state of anxious uncertainty. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.